ThinkSpace is an online platform that helps instructors engage students in complex problem solving, critical thinking, and higher order learning in their disciplines. This is made possible by its signature architecture that allows complex problems to be broken down into bite sized pieces, called phases, that scaffold the process of learning. ThinkSpace represent a unique partnership between educators, developers, and instructional designers who come together to create research-based solutions for pressing instructional problems. The design of the tools in ThinkSpace are supported by research and scholarship and have sound pedagogy baked right into them. The diagnostic reasoning tool was developed for the field of veterinary medicine. Its key features are a dynamic observation list and sophisticated drag and drop reasoning architecture. Students are given a case of a sick animal with details of its history, symptoms, and results of physical evaluation. To pick out relevant pieces of information, students drag their cursors over the text, and the text pops over to the observation list on the right. They then move to the lab data phase, where they have to identify abnormal lab results and correctly name the condition. The named condition also gets added to the observation list automatically. This is the step where students are most likely to jump to conclusions. So to prevent that, the process is gated and doesn't allow students to move forward without naming every abnormal lab result. The next phase is the real meat of the program, constructing a reasoned hypothesis or the diagnostic path. In this phase, students hypothesize disease mechanisms and support it with data dragged and dropped from the observation list into a causal hierarchy. As they construct the path, they find that their initial assumptions are not supported by the data, and that makes them think deeper and reconsider. The program allows them creative freedom to move things around as much as they want, making each student's reasoning process visible to them as well as to the instructor. This is also a gated process, and students have to use all the observations in order to proceed to the next step, which is making a diagnosis. Once they have done that, they get to compare their diagnostic reasoning with that of an expert and receive immediate feedback and insights into how an expert would approach the reasoning. That will show them the holes in their reasoning and things they might have missed. Carry Forward is a simple yet extremely versatile and powerful tool in ThinkSpace, which is being applied in many creative ways to scaffold student learning. In this tool, student input from a phase or phases can be brought forward into any subsequent phase for further action. This tool has proven very effective in helping to eliminate writer's block for difficult assignments such as writing of teaching philosophies, personal statements, and job materials. The writing is broken down into small, specific free writing prompts that help students get their ill-formed thoughts on the page. These raw inputs are carried forward into a preset structure to form the first rough draft, which can then be edited and shaped into a more polished version. Carry Forward can also be used to give immediate feedback to students through pre-built expert responses to questions asked in an assignment. This is akin to the instructor cloning themselves and sitting beside each student, clarifying misconceptions, addressing mistakes as they occur, and modeling what a good way to think about the problem might look like. Expert responses combined with simulations in ThinkSpace has been used to implement the Socratic method of inquiry, where learning unfolds by the use of probing questions. Students are introduced to a complex idea of phenomena and challenged to offer an explanation based on their limited knowledge, thus drawing out underlying misconceptions and presumptions regarding the topic. They then test their hypothesis by collecting data and making active observations in the simulation, and are asked to reconsider their original hypothesis based on the evidence. Aided by expert answers at every stage, students thus construct a deeper understanding of the topic through questions and experimentation rather than an information based lecture. The possibilities with carry forward in ThinkSpace are endless. The distance dietetics internship program at Iowa State uses carry forward extensively to scaffold their interns, both with expert answers as well as by carrying forward analysis summaries from the 5 stages of the nutritional care process to help interns plan a nutritional intervention. It is also used in CELT training programs to help faculty design application exercises using the backward design process. All these possibilities in ThinkSpace are enhanced by its robust feedback tools, the comment and markup tool with the comments library feature. Described by one faculty as a joy to use, the commenting tool with its click and drop comment library makes instructor feedback easy and scalable. The commenting feature is available in every phase. Clicking on it opens the commenting panel. Once a comment has been written, it can be saved to the comments library, where it can be tagged and organized into categories for reuse. New comments can also be added directly to the library and saved and categorized right there. After that, it is just a matter of opening the library, selecting the comment you want to use, and dropping it into the comment box with the click of a button. The ability to reuse comments makes it worthwhile for instructors to invest the time in composing substantial comments to give contextual, meaningful feedback. Over time, some faculty have built a library of over 700 comments, organized into several categories. As you can see, these comments are quite a bit longer and meatier than is possible otherwise. And the value this adds to instructor time and effort in giving feedback can be seen in the number of times a comment has been used. The commenting tool also helps leverage the power of feedback in a different way through peer review. Used in team-based learning classrooms, flipped classrooms, and small group work situations, peer review is a powerful way to make students partners in their own learning process. Students upload PDFs of their work into ThinkSpace. Teammates can access each other's uploads and give their comments via the peer review button. This is not only one way to reduce grading pressure on instructors, but also leads to wonderful engagement and energy in the classroom and inspires students to revise and redo their work. To provide accountability in teamwork, ThinkSpace rounds off its toolset with a peer evaluation tool. Peer evaluation has long been recognized as an essential component of a successful team performance, but extremely time consuming to implement manually. The technological solution designed in ThinkSpace saves faculty hours of valuable instructor time. Designed in a unique partnership between faculty and developers and funded by grants, this tool lets students score their teammates on completely customizable slider scales and requires them to provide positive as well as constructive qualitative feedback. On approval by the instructor, ThinkSpace automatically calculates the average score received by each student and anonymizes the comments to ensure healthy and honest feedback. ThinkSpace has been on the forefront of developing technology embedded with pedagogy that helps students learn in an individual or team-based environment. Apart from learning how to problem solve, it helps students also develop soft skills like the ability to perform in a team and give and receive constructive feedback that are so highly demanded in the workplace.